Hi, my name's Glycon, and yes, that is my birth name. This is my first devlog. It's for Ludum 50. Ludum is a 48-hour game jam. Well, or 72. There's different type of jams. There's compo, there's jam, and there's a new one that just came out called Extra. I'll leave a link in the description, and if you're interested, you should join for the next one, or do the Extra. I tend to always go for compo, just over the weekend, works better for me. It's a bit more intense, but living on edge. There's also a theme that comes with Ludum. For this one, it was Delay the Inevitable. So I woke up Saturday morning, fresh as a daisy, prepared for my impending doom. I had a look at my phone, seen the theme was Delay the Inevitable. My first thought was getting out of bed, but I went against that. So I then started to write down ideas. I wrote down werewolf, asteroid, death, sunrise, and a bunch of other nonsense. Then we got to the hidden gem. Chasing a rabbit in a trippy AI world, in an isometric world where random tiles spawn. So I started my journey of sleepless nights and pizza. I didn't have a clear idea of the mechanics, but I would come back to it. So I started building out the map. I used some code in another project as a reference for the isometric tile map. Then I started drawing out some basic tiles. Also drew up the robot, which is kinda the enemy, but doesn't do anything in the game. I was using tiled editor, so I was trying to use that to build up a basic map, though thing about it, probably didn't need to do that. I then started to work on blocks randomly appearing around the map. Originally this was so the AI could have some sort of control over the world. This kind of changed later. Then I spent hours trying to align tiled map and my code. I spent far too long on this. Ended up being the map was flipped. Quickly got the spawn tile code working adjacent from existing tiles. This was so it built up the map from the player's view. After that was all working, I went back to the art. I tried to figure out what the singularity would look like. So obviously a square box with a bunch of floating tiles. I then started drawing the character, which is never my strong point. I tried to avoid walking animations, so I tried to make a still image. Everything that I drew was kinda creepy, so I just went with the flow. After my masterpieces, started working on pathfinding. I was just using the A-star algorithm, which I've done 100 times at this point. I had some base code in my framework, so it was easy enough to get implemented. The next point was trying to figure out what I was actually creating, what were the mechanics, where the hell was I going with this. I knew I wanted robot, dialogue, and some sort of AI control. I remember the Ludum game that I played last year, and it was about chasing a rabbit, and I liked the idea, so I just ran with that. Started drawing up a rabbit and a guinea pig, because my guinea pigs had just died. Rest in peace, Yuna and Cloud. Yes, Final Fantasy characters. This is my life. So they would be the things that you're chasing around the map. This would be nature, aka the thing to solve the singularity, the piece of the puzzle that was missing. Nature versus AI, the singularity that is inevitably going to happen. Well, you know what I mean. After I had all that, it was just writing up the code for the AI, aka the rabbit. This messed with my head for a while. There was lots of bugs to begin with, or inconsistent behaviour. I wanted it to feel fair, but I eventually got something that I liked given the time. I ended up going with rabbit can only move one space when you move, so it gave the player room to think about how to catch it. I sadly never expanded on the mechanics from there. I just kept it like that because I wanted dialogue. I felt the dialogue was more important for the game than the actual mechanic, to be honest. I then started piecing the story together, which was a bit all over the place. Kinda wanted a nature versus AI type sort of thing. Well, the AI is mocking the player. I wanted the AI to kind of feel like it was predicting what you were feeling while playing through the game. After that was all added, I started working on the music, which I've not got any video of because I've done it on a different computer. Lots of playing about, and then I just went kinda nuts with it. I was tired, I got a bit delusional, so yeah, it was something. I then started adding some of the dialogue after the music was implemented, and then cleaning up. I was tired at this point and wanted to finish and get it out. could fix any game breaking bug the next day, so I went with that. So that was my Ludum Dare journey, and this is the end of my first devlog, maybe my first and last, but hopefully not. If you enjoyed it, drop a like, drop a subscribe. I'm official now. I've said the golden words. Leave a like if you fell asleep, put a thumbs down if, I don't know, you never fell asleep.